Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Tabletop Tuesdays. You have just seen our intro video, which tells you all the things we do on this channel. Lots of tabletop RPGs and sometimes video games. If you want to know the specifics of our schedule, it's down beneath our faces here on Twitch, or pinned to our Twitter or in our Discord. Tabletop Tuesday specifically has had some difficulties of late. Last week, nature decided we didn't get to stream. And then the week before that, we had a great time playing Arctic Phone, but it wasn't, this game. But we're back for more Squire Squad in masks. Huzzah! Let's see. Other stuff this week. Thursday, we'll be back with Elegant Magics, our Good Society game. We are hopefully getting out of the time loop this time, though it has been brought to my attention that it is up to me and whether or not I choose to continue flirting with all my friends. So we'll see which is more fun, getting out of the time loop and saving the day, or flirting. I'll figure out a way to do both. Friday, we should be back with Neon Souls. Saturday should be more Saturday Night Star Power in Fate. Neon Souls is Cypher. Thursday should be back with more of Thursday's Children in Vason. And then it'll be back around to Tuesday. And I guess probably just giving you enough of a heads up now, and we'll re-announce it as we get closer, but not this Saturday, but the next Saturday after that, which would be the next Mistborn episode, we will not be having. People will be out of town and traveling. We announced it in that episode, and like I said, we'll announce it in our other shows as we get closer. But yeah, I think that's the only scheduling anomaly in the near future. I think that is it in terms of scheduling stuff. I think we should probably have our players introduce themselves. What you do on the internet, what you're doing here tonight, and then we will get into the game and the recap. Well, the recap and then the game. I believe we start with David.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, David. I pretty much just do this on the internet. And yeah, I am playing, I'm trying to remember my name, Chrysalis, there we go, aka Kevin, the Transformed.
I'm next. Hello, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitches, where I am live. Normally on Tuesdays, but I decided to take today off so I could get some stuff done, and then I hyperfixated on doing something else. So, I got things done, just not the things I wanted. But next time I'm going to be live is on Friday on LB Hackemup. We're playing, not Cry of Fear, another scary game, which I need to do some homework for and play some of the single player before we can get to the multiplayer. And then Dead Fear, Fear of Death, something like that. But Saturday is our last episode of our Monster of the Week game short series with Ted and some people from Better Than Heroes, and of course Lauren. If you guys haven't seen it, I will get the VODs up soon. I am really trying to fix it, but, it's whatever. So, yeah, that's me. I'm playing Subrina, aka Corvid, which is the hair I'm wearing tonight. She is the outsider. That's me.
Hi, everybody. My name's Tyler. You can find me at Frothy Inferno on Twitter. As for what I do, I sometimes stream on GGameKnights or the Indoor Adventures channel, just on random times. Tonight, I'm playing Flynt, or the Silver Wolf is his identity, or his hero name, and he's the Bull playbook.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventures stream. Tonight I'm going to be playing as Chloe, also known as Hemlock, and she is the Doomed playbook.
That brings it back to me. I'm Alex, OMG It's Some Guy on the internets. I am running the show tonight. God help us all. Anyway, let's see. Since it has been most of a month since we last played, we should probably do a recap of what happened last time, especially seeing as one of our players was absent. So, last time the Squire Squad started with a bit of a montage, a sequence of what people have been up to in the month since the spring fling, the big spring dance. Kevin spent some time trying to find that shadowy entity that you all encountered at the spring fling, reported it to the paladins, and they have also begun trying to look into it, but so far no news on that front. Kevin has also spent some time trying to find his dad and figure out what happened to him to make him into a big metal bug man. And he also went on a date with Jade, which resulted in disaster, unfortunately. No one was hurt, but Jade certainly did not reach out for another date. Let's see, Chloe spent a lot of time playing catch up and working hard to do some hero training and working with her powers, figuring them out, working so much so that the paladins gently advised that she dial it back some. She took the suggestion under advisement, but decided to mostly ignore it since she obviously knows what's best for herself. Subrina had quite the month. In addition to helping Chloe figure out powers, Subrina, in her ever-present quest to locate her home planet, actually succeeded and figured out where her home system was in relation to Earth, and sent a message there. And though it is 40 light years away, there's wormholes and other sciencey stuff, and so the message should take about a week to get there, and then another week for any replies. So that's an exciting development for sure. Let's see, the group celebrated by getting some artisanal cupcakes at Fat Cakes. Sabrina's foster parents, who are FBI agents, did have to do some reporting, and Subrina explained kind of more about all that and got Kevin and Chloe very concerned about what the French government may or may not be up to. Afterwards, Subrina and Chloe had a girls' night sleepover where they talked about, boys, or in particular, one boy, a certain Flynt, and if Chloe liked him. And when she denied that, Subrina then asked if Flynt liked anyone. Then from there, Chloe explained to Subrina her illness, her apparently terminal illness, which confused Subrina on a number of levels, mostly about why Chloe is still spending time in school. Chloe said she wanted to, do things on her terms, handle things her way, and is also devoting time to trying to figure out just what the heck is wrong with her to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else. And Subrina realized, hey, Chloe hasn't kissed anyone. We need to fix that, and managed to coerce her into a pact to kiss someone by graduation. And if she does not, then Chloe will have to kiss Subrina. I think that is the gist of what happened in that month. We'll find out what Flynt was up to now that we have Tyler back. But after that month, the Squires were attending a monthly briefing with the Paladins to go over some of the criminal activity in the fair city of Port Arbor. They talked about some of the local gangs who are showing signs of increased activity. One that focuses on weaponry, the Foundry, a group that basically handles the dark web and does hacking, Whisper, and then a group known for their alien technology, the Warehouse. There was also the alarming news that the foremost supervillain in the nation, if not the world, a Mr. Master, is showing signs of making his way towards Port Arbor. These Squires were warned very directly and explicitly to not engage if they should encounter Mr. Master, and instead to run away and call for backup. And in addition to that, though you would expect that to be perhaps the most exciting bit of the briefing. Steam just suddenly popped up in front of me and hid everything. Okay, it's gone now. On top of that, there was
I
the...
thought you meant like steam rising out from, so I was like, wait, what?
If I were the kind of person who vaped, that would have been a very choice moment to do that. But so in addition to all that, there was a grainy security footage shown to all the squires about someone or something that looked like a werewolf attacking a shipment, and everyone looked at the Squire squad and the very noticeably absent Silver Wolf. After the briefing, the squires reached out to Athenas, who wanted to get in touch with them and say, hey, go see if you can track down Flynt, because he hasn't been in contact for the past few days, and we'd really hate for this to be him and for us to have to do something about it. So the squires got together, flew over to the elaborate and enormous Silverhound estates. What did we say? A square mile of fancy rich people land. They got to Flynt's house specifically, which is the guest house, but is a mansion in its own right, next to the pool. And they found that his house, where he and his parents live, was spotlessly clean, except for Flynt's own room, because the room of a teenage boy, you can't ever get it clean. They went in through the balcony, started looking around, didn't find too much, but as they were heading to leave, they were confronted by Flynt's grandpa, Cornelius Silverhound, the patriarch of the Silverhound family, who informed them that, Flynt had just gone on a skiing trip to Canada with his parents, and presumed that Flynt forgot to mention it because it was short notice, and Flynt's Flynt. But as the squires were leaving, Kevin used his telepathy to attempt to read Cornelius's mind and got the following tidbit. Damn that Reginald, getting caught on camera like that. I've taught him better than that. I hope he enjoys his exile. And so that is where we are going to pick back up. So before we get back to that particular moment, wanted to give Flynt a chance to say kind of what's been happening in the month that he was gone. I do have one other thing, if that might help prompt some ideas. So we'll say this is a couple days after the spring fling. Flynt, you are called into the main house to speak with your grandpa. This is something that happens every so often, but you are, I was going to say escorted. You're not so much escorted, but there are servants who make sure you're not getting distracted or lost in the house.
It's also a big house. He gets lost very easily.
Yeah, so you are gently ushered to one of his studies, and you enter and you see your grandpa Cornelius going over some papers at his desk. He's got his reading glasses on, but he is old, but he's clearly got that old man strength. Still solidly built, got a long mane of silver hair, bit of a beard going, and you knock at the door, he invites you in. Ah, Flynt, my boy, come in.
Hey, Grandpa, how are you?
Oh, just taking care of business as always.
I bet that's a lot of work.
It is, but it's rewarding in its own right. Speaking of work, actually, Flynt, I wanted to talk to you a bit about your own, work with the Paladins.
Right, yeah. Okay.
And this would be the first time that Cornelius has actually directly spoken with you about you joining the Paladins.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably not suspicious at all because, he just figures everyone in his family knows.
Mm-hmm. Well, Flynt, I must say, let me just start by saying I couldn't be prouder of you, my boy. I'm very glad to see you out there doing, putting your powers to good use, helping the people. Just makes me a very proud grandfather.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think it's a way better job because I thought you were going to tell me to get like a part-time job, and I wanted to go work at the movie theater, but the movies are too scary. But this is a lot better.
Yes, well, if you wish, we could find some other part-time job, perhaps at one of our many conglomerate holdings, but something, it would be a good way to build your character in addition to this heroing business. The only thing I wanted really to discuss is, did you have to decide on the name the Silver Wolf? You don't think that's a bit too on the nose, given that your last name is Silverhound?
Just blank stare, like, I thought it was really clever.
Kind of sighs very goofy, and it's a wonderful name, lad, and like I said, couldn't be prouder of you. Just
should I change it?
No. I mean, we're already working on the licensing for it, but just something to keep in mind as you are out there, that heroes have secret identities for a reason.
Right. And I'm trying very hard to make sure I don't tell everyone that. And I'm pretty good at it so far.
Right. Well,
I don't think anyone at school suspects except for all my friends. But they're also, I mean,
we all hear Danae through Tyler's mic. Well, that is, I am glad that you and your friends are so good at keeping secrets. But, well, that was the most of what I wanted to talk with you about. I will be, well, as I said, proud of you. Looking forward to seeing what you accomplish as the Silver Wolf, and even more so as Flynt Silverhound.
Thanks, Grandpa. Man, it's so great that we moved close again so we can actually chat. Feels like we haven't had any time to hang out since, well, we moved away.
Yes, I was sorry to see your father move away, but well, he doesn't like to be involved in the family business, but glad to have him back in the nest, as it were.
Me too. Well, it's great to talk to you, Grandpa, but is there anything else you need from me?
No, that was it. But if you do have any ideas about a part-time job you'd like, just let me know and I'll make sure you get the job.
That sounds awesome. And he goes on his merry way, trying to think of what he could do for a part-time job, but probably gets immediately distracted because he actually would rather play sports.
So, speaking of, what does Flynt get up to in the month following the spring fling?
So back at his old school, he played a lot of sports, and I think the intramural season is probably just starting up after the spring fling. So he is playing in as many intramurals as possible, and none of the good ones. So ultimate frisbee, handball. There's another. There's probably like a dodgeball league. Rugby. So actually one of the good ones. So he can let out a little aggression. But yeah, he's been playing a lot of sports recently.
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. Trying to think whether I should have you roll mundane or freak for how you do in the sports leagues. How much do you think Flynt ends up letting some of his power shine through?
I think he tries very hard not to, but it's probably not as successful.
All right,
So-
so let's have you roll mundane.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Ooh, that
It's
is
a 4.
Yeah, well, you do get to mark experience.
All right.
But gosh, I think Flynt is still fairly athletic
Mm-hmm.
on his own merit, but I think he probably finds that a lot of other kids are really good at sports, and it is surprising to Flynt how much better they are. He was expecting to certainly be one of the top players, but it's not as easy to achieve as you were expecting. And so I guess, are there any moments where Flynt feels the need to wolf out just a little bit to win a game?
Oh, I mean, the other kids probably have been playing a lot more recently since he's kind of had some time off.
Mhm.
So it's probably in situations where they just have a technical advantage, and he will try and just muscle through it with his strength. So I'd say, yeah, in a rugby game, he's got the ball and he's trying to run down the field, and everyone tries to tackle him, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna give up right now, and kind of wolfs out a little bit and carries like 6 or 9 people on his back, basically, all the way down the field. And the fact that he had so many people on top of him probably helped cover up the fact that he wolfed out a bit there, but can't hide all of that.
Yeah, I think there's maybe that play probably ends up winning the game. Flynt gets all the accolades for such an amazing play, but later, as you are passing the other team's locker room, you hear them say, "Did their uniforms have shag on it? That's an interesting choice. I don't think I noticed it." Yeah, man, that was weird, but it felt nice when I was tackling them.
Flynt
Yeah,
has
man,
confused feelings. He's very embarrassed about losing control like that, and also has other confusing feelings.
Yeah.
Who was that? Before we had that one kid that was it Chad? I think we called him Chad.
I think so, yeah.
I want to say that he's kind of formed like a little bit of a rivalry with Chad during sports, because like Chad's actually like pretty technically savvy in different games, and he's trying to be better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I have a literal thing for rival.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I suppose, you could do that, though. Would mean I'd have to bring Chad much more into focus than I was expecting.
We'll put that on the back burner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just like throw Chad into every dangerous situation so I could save his ass.
Yeah. Oh, that would get. Is there like a super powered version of it? Wouldn't be gaslighting, but like getting him into all these situations so you can then save him. That's that would
He'd become your Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
Is it a Nightingale syndrome with nurses? Or where you like
Yes.
make someone sick so you can take care of them?
Mhm.
Like,
Let's avoid that for now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think that's a hero complex in this in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. There are other things you think Flynt gets up to? Maybe stuff he does with the rest of the squad?
I think that he unintentionally doesn't hang out with them as much, since he puts a lot of focus into playing intramurals. So maybe it's just the fact that like he'll only send like vague texts every now and then before they get to like have a chance to hang out, and it's pretty rare.
Okay, so yeah, yeah, the rest of you, over this month, yeah,
mean-
you're. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, do any of you have any ideas of stuff you could have done with Flynt during that time?
Well, there was a scene that we did last time where Subrina showed everyone, and Flynt was there, that her home planet, that she found her home planet. So I don't know if
Right.
you wanted to do any follow up with that.
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, does he have any questions? It was
I
very
don't-
much like, this is my planet. Look, this is where I'm from. And
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty
makes
much-
sense.
Yeah. She explained that she had a single parent. They reproduce asexually, and like the planet is shit. What's the word? Fixated. So it's like one spot is facing the sun at all times. Forget what the
Tidally
word-
locked to the sun.
Yes,
Nice. Yeah.
so, like,
Yeah.
there is a habitable line, and that's where she lived, and it's, like, a long time, like, her parent was a scientist, and, like, she was helping them, and, like, there was this whole, like, fiasco that happened, and she ended up at CERN, like, and, like, was taken there, and everyone was, like, so nice to her. She felt like everyone was really nice, but really they were doing experiments on her, and she ended up, getting not traded, but she kind of convinced them to give her to this one scientist, Jessie, who was part of the like American government. So like she goes there, and that's why she's here. And her parents aren't her real parents. They're just yeah.
Yep, her fake agent parents, Danae and Tyler.
Danae and Tyler.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I made this in another game, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much if there was any questions that came out of that. No?
No, right now. Sorry.
Alright,
Oof,
that's
That was a
fine.
big yawn.
No, oof, big yawn. I feel like there's just been like Sabrina is like not that Flynt would pick it up at all, but she's been a little more like interested in him recently. Like trying to talk to him more and like hanging out. She goes to his games and not that she wouldn't do that for any other sports. Like she makes Kevin go to games too all the time. So yeah, but she'll be there cheering him on.
I think he actually really appreciates that from his friends being there.
Yeah. Probably makes Chloe go too. Sorry.
Make Chloe go to sports game.
Fine.
Yay! Friendship!
Okay,
So we
yeah.
were probably there for the incident.
Probably, yeah. And afterwards, Flynt is very sheepish to talk about it.
That's very out of character given he's a wolf.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good use of a month to me. So we jump back to the present moment as the squad, having been told by Flynt's grandpa that Flynt and his parents have gone skiing in Canada, should be back probably within a couple days, could be sooner, who knows. But please very kindly leave the premises before this becomes an issue. So,
I think we do so.
yep. So yeah, I think unless there's anything else the three of you wanted to do that evening, we could probably just go to the next day.
When we're all in the ship, I'll tell them about, was it Reginald, the name I
Yes.
psychically overheard?
His name was Reginald?
Yeah, the grandpa guy, he 100% knew who that was. It was someone named Reginald, and he said, taught him better than that, and I hope he enjoys his exile or banishment or something along those lines.
Well, at least they're doing the right thing, right? And we have a name to go off of? Should we pursue this without Flynt?
I mean, I think find him. Maybe tell the paladins. We're pretty sure it's some guy named Reginald. I don't know. I don't know if they'll believe that.
We could go find Flynt.
Yeah, how many skiing lodges could there be in Canada?
Exactly.
It's like early summer too, right?
Yeah, so Flynt would
It's
have
always
gone
cold in
way up
Canada.
north.
Maybe it's like an indoor skiing resort, like one of those ones where they chilled an entire building. Seems like a rich person thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Danae is
We just
upset
look
with
up
us.
most expensive ski resort in Canada and go there.
Yeah.
That'll be what it is.
Why don't we call them first? So Subrina switches out of her. She turns back to Subrina out of Corbin. Why don't we call them first and then just make sure that they're there, and then we could fly there, or we could call their room and then we could talk to Flynt like just normally, and then let him know what's going on.
Well, if Flynt isn't answering his phone, then how exactly are we supposed to find out what ski lodge they're at? Because you can't
Call
just
a
call the
bunch.
ski. I mean, if you just keep on calling the ski lodges and asking people if they're there, like, there's a policy against that, so that, like, people can avoid stalkers and stuff. You're not supposed to tell people if people are in places, right? Like, if you're working a front desk or something like that, you're not supposed to tell people. It's like it's a privacy thing.
I've never worked anywhere.
I
Also never worked anywhere, but I assumed something along those lines.
Right.
Do you have like his parents' numbers at all?
Can't you do it? Didn't you know? Can't your computer thing know everyone's phone numbers?
I could do that. Should I look it up?
Yes, do that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do that. I have
Okay.
a move called, no,
Know people's phone numbers.
I have alien tech,
Yeah.
so I could attach my phone to to the Kirby craft and see if I can get it to go. I'm rolling
Yeah.
plus freak.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and give this move a shot.
Let's try it.
Ah,
That's a
Well.
5.
Yeah, well, so you get to mark an advancement, and on a miss, the device works, but it has a completely unintended side effect that the GM will reveal when you use it.
All right. So I take
love
my
it.
cellular phone and I plug it in and I start like doing things on the Kirby craft, and then I hit send on the phone.
Okay.
I'm trying to call Flynt's mom, because moms are more responsible than dads.
Yes, please call my mom.
Yes. Okay. So it takes a while. There's a whole lot of dial-up sounds. Like none of you have any idea what dial-up is, because at this point in history, that was almost 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it in my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And eventually it seems to pick up, and it is very faint and staticky, and all you hear is
Hello? Hello, this is Subrina. I'm one of Flynt's friends. I have Chloe here with me. Hold on, let me try to translate to dog.
No, she's not. No, that's very disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. I'm an alien. I don't know the human ways. I didn't mean to disrespect you, Mrs. Flynt.
Is that allowed? Like she turns to Kyle. Is that allowed? Can she tell her that?
Who's this Kyle? It's Kevin.
I'm sorry. God, you don't have your name on here. We
Oh,
play
yeah, I
once a
gotta-
month.
I gotta switch it. Sorry.
Ah!
But as you two are, having that conversation sotto voce, there was like a flare of static, so you hope that covered up the "I'm an alien" bit. And you hear some voices faintly in the background. Dear, who is that?
Maybe she has an accent.
You could say that, yeah.
Dear, we should get back on the slopes. This is our last day.
Wait, no, I need to talk to Flynt. Flynt.
And then it hangs up. And gosh, because that wasn't even the side effect. I still have to come up with the side effect.
Chloe, I don't know what happened. My stuff must have malfunctioned. I'm so sorry.
So, question for you, Subrina. How much of your alien tech is psychically linked to you? Because you're psychically linked to the Kirby craft.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of it is.
So I think for the next, go ahead and roll me 2d6. This isn't going to be like a stat roll or anything. This is for an amount of time.
5 total, a 2 and a 3.
Yep. For the next 5 hours, you are also speaking in barks and growls.
No. Oh my god. Because she was trying to get the translator to work?
Yep.
Yes, okay.
Is it the right dialect at least?
I'm
What?
And you realize you are speaking only in barks and growls.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I try and read her mind. Is it still barks or growls?
Yeah, it's mostly barks and growls, and like all her thoughts like boiled down to the basest level of just, in the sense that it would be like dog, food, chase, play, sleep. And you get, you see like Subrina looking at you, and you get friend.
That's just what Flynt thinks. That's how Flynt thinks.
It's Flint thoughts.
He came from a multilingual household, and that's just the way his brain works.
We're in trouble. I don't know how to fix this.
Listen, Subrina, it's gonna be fine. We'll figure this out. The good news is, his grandpa wasn't lying about him being on a ski trip. So, that's good at least, right? Well, mission accomplished? Okay,
Good.
cool. And we can also get a hold of them if we feel like we need to.
Can we?
Sure. Well, next time we'll call his dad instead of his mom.
Why? Wait, what? I still want to know why. Do you know why the mom was just talking in barks?
Yeah, that's just the way she is.
Okay.
Dude, nobody asked you why you're a giant floating bug creature, okay?
I'm just saying, I don't know. It was weird.
It's okay, Subrina.
My partners are probably very confused at what's going on.
This is a time. We have fun here.
Thank you so much for that.
Oh, that's gonna make for some good highlights. Okay.
Let's just try and handle this whole Reginald thing, okay?
Okay, yeah. So we got to figure out Reginald. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait till Flynt gets back?
Well, let's at least get this whole situation figured out.
Just go to Paladin, see if they can
Subrina.
fix barking Subrina.
Yeah, you know what? Not a bad idea. We got a few things to talk to the paladins about.
All right.
Sabrina, can you still drive? I'm sorry, I just want to, like, immediately cut to Sabrina driving with her head out the window.
Yeah, and the curved craft flies differently. It's a lot more like a bird will fly back, will fly past, and the curved craft veers off to go chase it.
Oh my god, if a dog could fly, it would chase birds.
That's very poetic and profound. If a dog could fly, it would chase birds.
Damn.
But eventually, and with much reminding, you eventually get back to Paladin's HQ. And you are shown to the infirmary. They give Subrina a once over. Would appear that she has somehow rewired the language center of her brain. Now, we're not entirely sure because alien, not a human brain, but we believe this should reset itself given enough time and exposure to human language.
Right. Okay.
So like movie marathon exposure or
Couldn't hurt.
Alright, not a bad idea. Attack of the Pod people at my house. Let's go.
They get Sabrina, you get a lollipop and a sticker on the way out.
We also make sure to let somebody know that we've got a lead. And while we don't have evidence yet, we're working on it and it's looking promising.
And yeah, they are well used to that sort of thing of like, hey, we've got a lead, we're going to follow up on it. And so it's just a, affirmative message received, keep us updated.
And for that matter, like, Chloe tries to, like, make that really loud so that, like, any looky-loos get that message, too.
Yeah.
Because I remember last time we had peers sort of looking down their noses at Flynt.
Yeah, certainly at the implication that Flynt was the wolf caught on tape. And yeah, I think you see one of them, you actually see one of the umpteens, because he can make copies of himself, is passing by in the hallway and kind of looks a little embarrassed and kind of quickens his pace as he goes on past.
do the paladins have any like database I can search for baddies?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can certainly search like at the basic level of like power set, villain names. You do know that if you were to try to search for, if you somehow got hold of someone's real identity name, that's a higher level of clearance than Squires would have access to. But
I gotta run it by someone if I want him to search Reginald Silverhound.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there a particular paladin you search at, or you just go to, there are also plenty of, civilian staff around to handle administrative matters?
If the one that was giving us the briefing is here, I'll go.
That would be Athenas, and she is like the head of the local paladins.
Wow, so that's kind of going up the chain a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I'll shoot below that. How about Mouseketeer?
Okay.
Is that too big an ask?
No.
Everyone's favorite Mouseketeer.
Yeah. So yeah, you go around and you find out Mouseketeer isn't in right now, but you can leave a message with his secretary, and know that he'll get the message. So.
All right, yeah, I'll just leave it. It's just like, hey, if you feel like doing us a favor, we think this guy might be Reginald Silverhound. If you could search and see if he's popped up anywhere, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And secretary says, yes, I'll make sure that Monsieur Musketeer does it when he gets back in the office.
Thanks.
All right, you have a great day now.
Oh, I thought you were French for a second. Sorry.
It comes on me when I am around the Musketeer. I think
Okay.
it might be a latent part of his abilities.
Do you know if he knows much about CERN?
I don't. Do you want me to
All right.
ask him about that too?
Sure.
All right. Jots down the note.
All right. Thanks.
Au revoir.
Wave and leave.
Okay. Okay. So is the rest of the evening spent doing a movie marathon to rewire Sabrina's brain?
We watch like old horror movies, like Attack of the Living Spider.
Okay, explain to me again why they're in not color.
Oh, well, back then we didn't have color.
Like the world was in black and white?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are evil.
Okay,
I learned
And-
my history from Calvin and Hobbes.
and like Dracula is not Nosferatu, but they're the similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both vampires.
They're
Yeah,
both
they're both
vamp-
vampires.
And
But, like, two different
vampires
kinds.
aren't real, right?
As far
I
as
mean-
we know.
Depends on who you ask.
You say as one of your best friends is the closest thing you know of to a werewolf.
Yeah. I mean, there's werewolves. Why not vampires?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I
Oh
just
my
think that it's really
gosh.
strange. I don't think that it's like possible, like scientifically, like in order for something to live off of something else's life force, like it's not feasible.
But your world was in black and white like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
is possible now.
Yeah. And also, I mean, like, everything eats alive stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
so.
Well, usually you make
Or-
that alive stuff into dead stuff first, right?
And, there could be there's a blurry line between it, right? So
On my planet, there's a creature that eats your shadow.
see, there we go. That's
Takes notes
already
in
way
GM.
crazier than something eating your life force. I don't even begin to know.
Yeah, I feel like that would take out like half the world back when it was black and white.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, how would it do that? How is it eating your soup? I don't know.
I can explain later, Kevin, okay?
Please, I want to know.
How
Mm-hmm.
does one consume the absence of light?
It eats half of your molecules, which makes you see through.
Nope,
But
that's definitely wrong.
Oh, okay.
so you're just
No.
like slightly transparent, but you kind of look the same, but the light can transfer through you.
Right.
The
that
only
must-
thing I can think of is that it's making you into a superimposed state where you're also not there, but I don't understand how it would gain energy
Oh
from
my
that.
gosh. It's like eating like part of your dimension.
Maybe.
I'm glad you guys brought my voice back because now we can have these interesting discussions.
There's like cheesy screaming coming from the television screen.
We should watch War of the Worlds next. That's a historical
Mm-hmm.
drama.
Based on a true story.
Really? You guys went to war
Mhm.
with another planet?
hmm
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's why do you think there's nothing on Mars?
Who do you think won? Bam!
You guys want to know the best part about this? If Flynt was there, he would also be eating all of this up.
And he lives on this planet.
He lives on this planet.
Whoa.
Boy, I need to pay more attention in history class.
Oh my god. You guys are so mean.
Just like fucking Flynt's mom, just like roar, 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 and the subtitles say, "I don't think you should hang out with that Chloe kid anymore."
What did you learn at school? Well, Chloe told me.
Let's see. Unless we can come up with other ways to corrupt Sabrina's understanding of human history, we should probably try and get the gang back together so Flynt can also be confused.
I want to say that Flynt's mom tells him that someone called asking about him.
Mhm.
So he goes to text his friends and realizes that over the course of the last month, his phone has been getting like a lot of cracks in it because he never takes it out of his pocket during sports games. So his phone is completely broken. So he has to get a new phone in Canada with a number that you guys don't recognize. And Chloe, you receive a text that says, "Hey, exclamation point, winky frown. My phone broke, question mark, exclamation point, question mark." Were you guys looking for me? Quizzical emoji, heart, thumbs up.
I want to say that all of those are separate texts. She gets she gets the hey from unknown number, and she goes to block it, and then it says winky frown, and she's like, "Flynt." Like it's where have you been? Exclamation point. Interrobang.
What's in Terabang?
An exclamation point and a question
Imposed
mark.
on the.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is
She's
it
the
imposed or
kind of
just the
person
ones
that
together?
download an entire keyboard to have an interrobang.
He's gonna ask how you got that.
That's not important.
Surprise skiing trip with the fam. Man on skis. Snow ramp. Hot sun. It's summertime. This is crazy awesome. Swimming emoji, but there's snowbanks. And then ... or like 2 texts later, like, "I made a snow angel." And then he's gonna send a picture of the snow angel that he made. And like it's like artificial snow, so it's not very deep. Like it's just kind of there, so
Yeah.
you can barely make out that it's a snow angel.
It probably doesn't hold the shape very well at all.
No,
it's just a divot in the snow.
Yeah.
Never mind all that. The paladins think you're a criminal. There was a wolf caught on tape doing a crime. You didn't do a crime, right? Is your name Reginald?
There's
All
like,
of that is in one text.
okay. Oh boy, how does he respond to that?
My snow angel. Because it took a while to load and then she could see it.
Yeah. Frowny face. I don't think I did a crime. Have I been sleepwalking?
I've been a bad boy.
Have I been a bad boy? Like the like surprised face.
Yeah.
But like no, I don't think I was. I've been up here for the past week.
Right, it couldn't have been you.
Yeah.
Who's
And then
Reginald?
you asked who's Reginald. He's like, sounds familiar. Oh, do you mean Reggie? Yeah, he's my cousin.
Reggie is a criminal. Period.
No, he just cheats
Upside down face.
He just cheats at Monopoly sometimes. Like stack of money. And then jail bars.
Flynt, you need to come home as soon as possible.
We're on the first plane out tomorrow. Airplane ticking off, airplane landing, airplane ticking off again. He doesn't know how airplanes work.
Okay. Let us let us know when you're here.
Okay, cool. Talk to you soon.
Hey, I was worried about you. Check your phone more often. Dingus. Heart.
Oh, kissy face.
Ignored.
Blocked. I want to say
and this has been texting with Flynt and Chloe.
Flynt and Chloe texting
And
an
scene.
anthology. Also, I want to say that they're in like the French part of Canada, so Flynt's new phone is completely in French, and he doesn't know how to operate most of it.
Yes. Oh my god. He goes to talk to Siri, and it like talks to him.
It talks to him in French.
Bonjour, Monsieur Flynt.
He is so confused. Anyway,
I
they
wish I remembered more of my French to do this bit.
I want Flynt to be fluent in French by the time he gets back, but only so far as it takes him to talk to Siri.
Yes. Which is to say, like, set an alarm and
Yeah.
Call
Okay,
people.
remind me to do something.
let's have you roll plus superior. I feel like that's the closest to an intelligence roll in this game.
All right, let's see how bad that could be. It's another 4.
Okay, so you get experience and somehow you get your phone into Swahili.
Yes. Okay.
And you,
I mean,
you,
the flag probably looks like something he recognized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up what the flag.
I should know what country it's from, but you probably thought it was, German or Spanish or something, and
Yeah.
No.
Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda. Ooh, that looks like a good flag. Anyway, he probably confused one of those with probably, yeah, we'll say Germany.
I took 2 years of German.
I know how to speak German. Ich bin ein Berliner. Wo ist der Toilette?
Eine kleine Bierbitte.
In a kleine Bier bitte. He keeps a terrible accent. All right, they're on the first flight in the morning.
Okay. Oh gosh. Let's see. So we'll say that this is a Saturday. Or actually no, you would have been on vacation. You wouldn't be coming back on a Saturday.
Well, unless, they're the type of family that's gone during the week, then they come back on a Saturday, settle in on Sunday, and then go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, and I mean the Silverhounds are rich enough that so you're getting back on Saturday. So you'll probably land back in Port Arbor around noon. Do you give everyone your flight info? Is everyone going to meet him at the airport, or where are y'all accosting Flynt?
Probably his house, honestly. Well, I mean, I guess we do have a car, technically. A vehicle. A craft. I was gonna say, we're teenagers. We can't go anywhere.
Kids on bikes, except on a spacecraft.
Spaceship. Yeah, we'll meet him at the airport. If Sabrina knows, she'll want to pick him up.
I mean, I bet he just texts like a random airline, but doesn't give like the landing time or where they're even landing at. Just like they know what to do with this.
I knew a guy who could actually figure that out, but that's a different story.
You just have to look up the flight number. It's fine.
Yeah.
We know where he's coming from. Canada.
We figure it out.
There can't be
Just in
that
general,
many
Canada.
flights. Yeah.
Yeah, the airline actually narrows it down quite a bit. And if we know about the time he's coming.
But yeah, I guess you'll get that information.
All right, so Sabrina, you have been specifically warned about
Comment
flying
était le
hovercraft
Canada?
near an airport, so you are very careful as you approach.
Comment était le
you're
Canada?
able to pick Flynt up with little incident. What do you tell
Comment
his
était le
parents? 'Cause,
Canada?
they've only ever met Chloe of you all. So I guess you see the Flynt and his parents
Comment
as they
était le
are
Canada?
at the curb. They're being met by a
Probably got like the family entourage to collect their bags and take them home in style.
There's a couple SUVs picking them up, and you
SUV
see
styled limo.
and you see Flynt's dad, who you can see the resemblance to Flynt. You also see that he appears to have either quite the posterior or a lump on his back, as he is attempting to hide his tail.
Got it.
His mother, on the other hand, there's not much to do to hide. She has a wolf head, and it is
She
very
wears, like,
much
a big sun hat and like sunglasses on, but like clearly the head of a
Love
wolf.
it. Love it. I have a question. Did I retain any knowledge about the language that I was speaking?
You have like the equivalent of half a semester in Wolf now,
Okay.
so you know how to ask where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
and
And hello, my name is Subrina.
basically.
But you,
Subrina. I'm sorry, I don't know any more than that.
hey guys, it's so good
Hi.
to see you again. Sorry,
How was
Mom
your
and Dad.
trip?
It was really great. Hey, Mom and Dad, do you mind if I go hang out with my friends? I haven't seen them in like the last week, so
Well, that's all right, son. Go ahead, and we'll see you back home. Don't stay out too late, you crazy kids.
All right, love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Bye.
Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Silverwolf.
So nice meeting you.
Silverhound.
Yes.
God.
Anyway, guys.
Hi.
Sorry, kind of disappeared on you there. Like, I didn't realize I'd broken my phone, and the vacation just came out of nowhere. So I didn't know that I was going anywhere.
Oh yeah? Who exactly sent you on that vacation?
I mean, Grandpa will sometimes gift a vacation to Dad and Mom, and I'll come along.
Right. And what if you say no to going on that vacation? You know?
Why would you say no to a free vacation?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you have responsibilities or something?
Yeah, but like Grandpa usually takes care of those.
I bet Grandpa takes care of a lot of things.
I mean, he's like a big businessman.
Looks really important.
I mean, he wanted me to do some work for him, but I'm not like a business type of person.
What kind of work?
I don't know. I think it's like accounting.
Numbers are hard, though.
Yeah.
Did you learn any French?
What's French? I learned some Canadian.
I know French.
Yeah, weren't your no, your fake parents are not from France, but your other fake parent was from France.
Right. Kind of.
I'm having a hard time tracking parents here.
The first language I learned was French and whatever they speak in Sweden. Swedish. That was an
Sweden would be
LV.
different from Switzerland, which are the Swiss.
Right, right. Sorry.
So-
Sabrina's bleeding.
That language got replaced by Wolf. You're
Yes.
half a semester of Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I learned French and German. Because that's what they speak in Switzerland.
They have
I
like
learned-
5
I took a
national
sex
languages.
semester of German.
My favorite German word is Kartoffel. It means potato.
hmm
They have great words.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, Flynt, your grandpa is really
Yeah.
scary.
Grandpa Reginald? I mean, he's a big guy, but he's
Wait.
like a
What?
not Reginald, Grandpa Cornelius. I knew
Okay,
that.
sorry.
That was me Tyler getting it wrong. Not
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, Grandpa Cornelius is a big guy, but he's like a big softy.
hmm
I have a question. Is Reggie working for Grandpa?
Probably like all the cousins are.
What would you have to do to be like banished or exiled by your grandpa?
Boy, would I know
You
that?
have no idea.
Never
like,
heard of her.
You know that there are some family members who have, as far as Flynt knows, moved to other parts of the country to handle family affairs over there, or gone on vacation and
Just go on a very
retired.
long vacation.
Yeah.
Sometimes they enjoy their vacation to Europe so much that they just stay there for the rest of their life.
Flynt, I've got a real bad vibe about your grandpa.
You're just being weird. It's
Your
fine.
grandpa's being weird. We came looking for you and he basically sicked security on us.
Well, like, he probably didn't want you on their property.
Sure, but we were heroes at the time. He's got mad problems with authority.
Weird. He seemed to think it was cool that I was in the Squire squad.
That's almost worse. I know, Flynt. Just keep an eye on him, okay?
I mean, I can't really, like, he's got all of his work. I only ever see him if he, like, invites me into the house.
Can't you ask to see him?
Oh, sure, but, like, he's busy. Business.
But you're his grandson. Like, he should make time for you.
And he does.
You are also one of at least like a dozen grandkids.
Yeah.
Why did you call his business?
'Cause I don't understand what he does.
Oh, okay.
The
What
rest
does
of
he
you-
do?
So the rest of you would know that like Silverhound Conglomerated has, fingers in every kind of pie. They've got some tech company, they've got some, manufacturing, they've got just goods
Do they-
productions and
Do they have some pharmaceutical
almost
as well?
certainly.
Then Chloe definitely knows about that.
Yep.
Listen. They're in pharmaceuticals. They're definitely evil.
Why?
Oh boy.
Okay, well now hold on. Is this a universe? This is
Does this mean you have
Have we
big
fixed it?
pharma?
there is Medicare for all in this world, but there are also, some weird mysterious illnesses that current medicine can't fix right now. And so Silverhound does seem to be, one of the big companies that is trying out new experimental medicines.
I mean, I know Dad doesn't like his business all that much, but, I didn't see much problem with it.
You ever ask him why?
I did, but he just told me he'd tell me when I was older.
When did you ask him?
Last week.
Well, you're older now.
That's true.
I'm sure he'll get to it at some point.
Well, do you want to know or do you not want to know?
Well, it's like business is complicated. Rather stick to what we're doing now.
Okay. But we need to figure out what's going on with your cousin because they're doing crimes and we have to stop them.
So yeah, what happened?
So-
Let me
'Cause I
show
don't
you the
even-
videotape.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there we go.
So you would see it's grainy security footage. There's, a corporate logo on the truck. You know it to be one of the competitors with Silverhound conglomerate. And it's showing, this is early in the morning, according to the timestamp. The truck is pulling into docking bay. People are getting ready to, get out and receive it. And then someone gets, tossed, from off screen onto screen, thuds against the wall. People start screaming. There's no sound to it, but people are clearly reacting. And there's a shape that keeps moving around and attacking the people. And eventually, it at one point runs along the truck and slashes it open, and it freezes on one frame where it's still grainy and hard to tell, but it certainly looks like a werewolf. Looks like Flynt does when he's the Silver Wolf.
I mean, I know Flint would know that his cousins and family members have similar powers to him. Does how well does he know what his cousins would look like in that form? Now I'm imagining they're they have family gatherings where
Yes.
everyone wolfs out and
That's
plays
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
werewolf baseball like in Twilight.
Yes. Thanksgiving Day, family football, just fully wolfed out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there is, you would feel confident identifying your family members in the wolf form, but the security footage here is just too grainy and not enough details to pick it out. So it could be Reginald.
I mean, it could be Reggie, it could be Sam, it could be George, it could even be me, but it's impossible to tell. Why did you even think it was Reggie?
Looks at Kevin.
Well, so we told him that a werewolf got caught on tape doing crime that kind of looked like you. And he was like, I don't know who that is, but I read his mind. And he thought it was Reginald,
Huh.
your grandpa. Yeah.
Well, that just sounds weird. I don't know. Have you? I haven't talked to Reggie in forever, so I don't even know where he's at.
We
And
could go find him.
I don't even have all my contacts on my phone anymore. So
Oh. Do you
Every
know
time I
what school he goes to?
Reggie is an older cousin. He's
Yeah.
cousin Reggie, but he's
Cousin Reggie.
probably
Yeah.
your dad's age.
yeah, something like that.
Hmm. Well, there's got to be some way we can find him. There's a thing called a phone book.
That's like city. Does he live in this city?
Probably. I mean,
Well, if he's doing crimes
not,
here.
Not all the family members live at Silverhound Estate, though
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is enough room for everyone to live there if they wish. But people enjoy having their space, so
yeah.
Would he be?
And I
in your-
mean, they probably all make a decent amount of money off of the family business that they can get their own private estates. Not that big, but still.
yeah, or plenty of penthouse apartments in the city.
Mhm.
Would he be in your database, Sabrina?
I can check.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there any reason you couldn't just do the alien tech move again?
I don't know. Do you want me to do something else? I got
No,
other things.
I think it'll be. Yeah, I think you can do this. Though it does specify alter a human device, so I think the one you used to call Flint's mom, you blew up that cell phone literally.
Yeah.
You could get access to another. It's just you might have to start coming up with reasons for why Subrina has so many cell phones.
Yeah.
Same reason that Flint has so many cell phones.
I keep breaking them. I'm sorry. All right, let's do it. 7. It's a hit, finally, for the first
Okay.
time this episode.
All right, so on a hit, do something impossible once and then fizzle. Okay, but it's not 10 plus, so there's not any extra benefit to it. So yeah, I think you get you call it, you figure out how to call Reginald Silverhound's phone number. And it doesn't take nearly as long as it did calling internationally to Canada. But as soon as it connects, it gets the doo-doo-doo. We're sorry, this number has been disconnected. And da-da-da-da-da-da.
Can I trace it? Can I trace it?
Yeah, I think that's something that you'd be able to do with this.
Mhm.
And it will kind of indicate the, one of the luxury penthouse apartments in the city.
Oh, looks like I mean, we could go snoop. Do you guys want to go snoop? I could be a bird. Bless you.
I mean, if you think Reggie was doing crime, then I guess we have to look.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all for snooping.
We're getting pretty good at that.
Yes. Stealth mode. Brrr. Sabrina makes that noise.
Isn't the ship already in stealth mode?
Yes, it is. That's why she makes the noise herself.
Yeah.
All right. You all begin making your way into the city proper, heading towards one of the luxury apartment buildings. And I think that's probably a good place for us to take our break so we can refresh ourselves. The audience can refresh themselves. Because I saw we got a water break at one point from the chat. Thank you, chat. Though I know at least 2 of us did not have any water. We only had the alcohol. Oops. So we'll try and be better about that. But yeah, let's go take a break, do break things, get a snack, take your meds, drink water, stretch, all that good stuff. And we'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere.
Hello.
Welcome back, Internet. We have returned for more Squire Squad. I would try and put these back on very quickly, but then I would poke myself in the eye, and then we'd have to stop the stream, and that would be
Please
very
don't poke
sad.
yourself in the eye.
So we left the Squire Squad as they were getting ready to do some stalking. Well, is it stalking if you're a superhero and it's in the line of duty?
It's snooping.
Yeah.
I mean, it
snooping.
depends on if we're right. If we were wrong, it was stalking.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
totally
It's not
fair.
stalking until you do it twice. To the same person.
But I mean,
Not
Are we gonna
stalking
find
unless it comes from the
definitive-
stalking region of France.
we're not gonna. If we're wrong, we're not gonna find definitive proof we were wrong. We just won't find evidence we were right. So we'll keep doing it.
I also have not made it far enough in Boyfriend Dungeon to really get into the stalking storyline there, and I know the internet's been blowing up about that. Anyway, the Squire Squad is doing some snooping, not stalking at all, because they're the good guys. You are flying into one of the many luxury apartment complexes in Port Arbor. You know, we had all of that break, and I didn't come up with a name for a luxury condo building.
Pelican's Reach.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pelican's Reach,
And they sure do.
I've looked at so many apartments recently, guys.
yeah, but this place, you know, it's gaudy because the very top of the building where the penthouse is it's not all told, and it's a impressive wingspan, but like the very sides of the building, like facing out towards the ocean, are like the impression of pelican wings. Like they don't want to stick out too much because that would just be a engineering nightmare to just have like concrete slabs or even just steel beams sticking that far out. But it's the right place because it's like, oh, that place, it looks kind of like a pelican. or a burb. But
Herb.
you
Yeah.
go zooming in, swooping in. How are you approaching this? Are you gonna land on the roof? Are you gonna go down to street level? Are you gonna do a flyby and see if you can see in?
Flyby?
Definitely fly by. Yeah.
Also, question.
Mhm.
If a werewolf was seen doing crimes, should I not do my wolfing out thing? Especially if like we go talk to cousin Reggie, like I bet he'd recognize me. I mean, he's gonna recognize me either way. So like,
Can maybe you stay back?
yeah. This is weird.
Yeah. Are you like really
I
good
mean,
friends with him?
No, he's like twice my age.
Oh, okay, good. So if we have to take him in, it's gonna be okay.
I mean, it's gonna be weird.
You know what's weird? Him doing crimes and you getting blamed for it.
Did I actually get blamed for it?
Yes.
Well,
Just
good thing.
not like for reals though. Like, there's not a warrant out for his arrest, right? They're just like, we're giving you suspicious eyes. Better prove it's not him.
Kevin, we're teenagers. He was basically he was accused in front of an enormous group of our peers. That's basically the end of the world.
I don't remember
She's
that
right.
happening.
You weren't there.
Oh, right. Because I was on vacation. Then
I
it
had
couldn't
to feel
possibly be
all
me.
of the secondhand embarrassment for you.
Yeah, but you just do that normally anyway.
Ugh.
All right. Is he going to be more likely to like attack if you go in? Will he like come in quiet for questioning?
I don't know, GM. How good is my relationship with cousin Reggie? I mean, I'm on a first name and nickname basis with most of my cousins, but like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever like had to tell them to do something for me.
Yeah. I mean, he seems so. You call him Reggie. He and many of your other cousins call you Steel, Flynt and Steel.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So there's that level of camaraderie, but he has also some. No, he tries to do like, hey, I'm the cool cousin slash maybe uncle slash. It's weird because of the age difference thing, but you have also seen him sometimes like in serious business mode in talking with your grandpa, and at that point he's been like, sorry, Flint, no time. So it's a decent relationship, but
Yeah, but it'd be like super weird to just be like, hey, want to come down to the Paladin's place so that we can try and arrest you? Love you, bud.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So up to you how you want to approach things.
Yeah, it should probably be you guys. And like, I'll be backup, but like only if something goes wrong.
Okay, should we talk to him or should we just observe?
I mean, just observe for now, because,
Okay.
Actually, yeah. If we fight him, you like definitely need to show up because then there's 2 werewolves on camera.
Mm-hmm. You know, I can always
And
pretend
we-
to be your grandpa.
that'd be even weirder. But that could totally work.
Okay.
I mean, I'll bet we could get him to self-incriminate.
Is that bad though?
Yeah, for him.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, let's just do a drive-by.
Tried to keep taking notes and something popped up and stopped letting me take notes. But so you start flying by, and it is, the penthouse takes up the majority of the the top floor, and so you're able to, zip around. Many of the windows do have, either a curtain drawn or it's been like polarized so that you can't see in. But there are a few windows that, as you fly past, you see. The place is a mess in the sense of, frantically trying to pack up everything. So places are starting to look bare bones. Other bits, it's papers and boxes and furniture everywhere. Clearly, there is a frantic movement inside by several different people. Flynt, you would be able to see your cousin Reggie in there, mostly apparently yelling at people over the phone. You all can't tell what's being said because you're in a spaceship flying around outside, 30 stories up.
Can I try and use my super senses to hear?
Ooh.
I mean, maybe we can land on the roof and like hear in through the vents. That's what people do in spy movies, right?
I mean, I could just turn into a bird and like listen.
I mean, you could try all those things. I was trying to think that if Chrysalis does succeed, how to temper it with, again, the distance and the things going on there. But yeah, you all can try those things. So if Chrysalis, you want to do your, I guess this would be just a freak roll. I think we've done before.
Okay.
Or unleash your powers.
All right. 9.
Okay, so on a hit you do it, but on a 7 to 9 you'll either mark a condition or it will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
I'll mark a condition.
Okay. So as you reach out, there is this is probably the most you've ever strained yourself to try and use your extrasensory stuff here, because again, kind of that distance and passing through multiple materials to get the senses, and there are lots of other people running around. So as you are going through, you get bits and pieces of what everyone else is up to, and you get just the overwhelming senses of panic and anxiety from everyone involved. But as you focus some more and strain, you do manage to zero in on Reggie, and he is very demanding as he's talking to someone on the phone, basically asking, where are the movers? They were supposed to be here this morning. It's the jet ready to go. You know what's going to happen if I'm not out of here by sundown. And just he moves away further into the apartment and outside of your range at that point.
I'll fill everyone in.
Yeah. And did you mark insecure or did you already have that?
I marked insecure.
Okay.
If you want to mark something, go ahead.
No, it's your choice here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why
I wonder
tonight?
what happens at sundown.
Is it
if he
a full
wasn't,
moon? Sorry.
I think he wasn't exiled before, right? So I wonder if we tipped off Grandpa and now Reggie's exiled.
We got him. Jail.
Wait, what did we get?
Let's book him.
Wait, Chloe, we don't have any evidence.
If we go in there and beat up all those guys, I'm sure they have evidence. Why else would they be taking it?
Do I recognize anybody else in there?
You might see, you do see Reggie's kind of personal assistant in there who is kind of directing everyone else, but it's mostly, no one you've specifically seen before, but they certainly have the air of, people hired by Silverhound to handle things, Silverhound servants, as they are kind of referred to shorthand.
I don't think any like the movers in there would have any information. Like, I think Reggie would be the only person, and I don't know if like we want to just fight him.
How good is your spaceship at abducting people?
I mean, like, the spaceship isn't good, but I could just go in and grab him. I can fly, remember?
If anything, you should probably go after his assistant, because the assistant usually takes care of everything.
Okay, but, like, this... I don't know if this is sanctioned. Like, we can't just
Well,
take
then what do we
people.
need?
We need, I don't know, to find out if it's him, right?
So I guess we just keep snooping?
I mean,
Well-
we need something to give to the paladins, right?
There's got to
Right.
be some evidence somewhere. Listen,
Right.
this
Well,
is a
wait.
hasty... He's trying to get out of here super quick. There's no way he's going to be able to cover his tracks.
Fair. Did he take something from the docks?
So the shipment wasn't at the docks. It was like a
Sorry.
loading dock, but
Oh, okay. But he
I
took
mean,
something,
same
right?
difference. Well, he probably wouldn't have it anymore.
Okay.
Could we lure him out somehow, and then Subrina go in as him and try and get the personal assistant to say something incriminating about their activities? Or we could lure out the personal assistant
But
and
like,
get him to say something.
you'd still need like physical evidence,
Right.
like just what, because you already know that Grandpa said it was Reggie, but like that's really not much evidence to go off of.
We all have phones. Just record him saying that he did something illegal.
Yeah, but like, is he gonna do that?
What if I fly up as Corvid and I start asking him, like, hey, we know that something happened down at the loading bay. There was a werewolf caught on video, and we're asking all of them what their alibi is.
What, all the werewolves in my family? Like, that's not public knowledge.
It could be paladin knowledge. They don't know that.
you were not told by Athena. It's like, hey, look into all the Silverhounds. So
I know.
As far as you know, this is not something the paladins are aware of.
But they don't know that.
If we can lure him out, you could then go up to him as the assistant outside of the apartment. We've
Okay.
got the phones.
Uh-huh.
Just be like, what's your Flynt, what's your grandpa's name?
Cornelius?
Yeah, you'd be like, well, would his assistant call him Cornelius, or would you be like, Mr. Silverhound?
Probably Mr. Silverhound. Or, I know, like some
Or your
business name.
grandfather?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe-
It sounds really sketchy.
This whole thing is sketchy.
Well, you're the ones who are trying to spy on my family.
Is there... Wait, what? Do we know what they took?
You would have been told by the paladins that they are actually displeased at how much the company that got robbed is not exactly cooperating. They were very unclear about what was or was not taken from the shipment. And they gave the paladins was basically the tracking product number, so it's doesn't mean anything to anyone unless they know what it means.
Okay. 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 Does he have any other holdings in the city?
Reggie is kind of he sells yachts. He pushes Silverhound yachts to try and get people to buy them.
Well, we could always just tell him there's a problem down at the docks that he needs to handle. But
And then we sneak in and look for evidence?
but it'd be more likely that it's down there than it is here.
I mean, but they're taking all this stuff. There's got to be something here. Like they're packing up papers and stuff.
Do you want me to go in as a rat and look around?
I just don't
Maybe.
think we have a lot of information right now.
Right, exactly. We need more information, which I can get by turning into a rat.
Maybe? Don't you think that'll be dangerous? I mean,
I'll be okay.
Flynt, I get it. It's your family. Like, you want to feel like you can trust them, but sometimes that's just not true. Either way, we're gonna find out.
yeah, but it just seems really dangerous right now.
Well,
We're superheroes.
Yeah, but you know the rest of my family is like me.
then I know what to look for. It's really sweet that you're worried, but I've been doing this for a long time. I can do it.
And we'll be right here.
Okay.
I'll be on the comms, and she points to her forehead and points to Kevin.
All right, I'll establish comms.
All right.
Everyone's here.
I'll keep a lookout.
Corvid will exit the ship and fly down, and then up to the side of the balcony, and then turn into a rat on the balcony, so that she is not seen, and squeeze in. Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Feel like this is probably a unleash your powers roll to see just how effective you are at your shape changing and getting through unnoticed.
That's a 10!
Ooh, all right. So, yeah.
Squeak,
So
squeak,
you
squeak,
just
squeak, squeak, squeak.
so you make your way through, and no one seems to notice, or certainly seem undetected.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Uh,
some recon.
Yeah, so you make your way around. Are you staying as a rat once you're inside, or do you switch to something even smaller and less visible?
I think it makes sense that I don't think that Corvid can change into something smaller than a rat. That's just like, to me in my brain, it's like,
Only
I know
so
what-
much
I-
the
yeah.
mask can condense.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you are sticking like to the sides, and there's furniture and house plants and
Mhm.
absurdly expensive statues and other art pieces around that you can flip between when no one's looking. And there's just, now you're getting sound to what you all were seeing before, of lots of people. It's a stressful situation, so lots of terse voices of being like, hey, do you have this thing, have you packed up that room, da, 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 da. And you notice especially that very few people are getting anywhere close to Reggie. People are approaching the personal assistant, who will say that her name is Amanda. And she appears very in command and in control of the situation, but is also barking orders at people. And there, at one point, there's something that someone asks her, and she's like, I have to check with Mr. Silverhound. And we'll start heading down the hallway that you saw Reggie disappear to earlier.
I snacked.
I need
I snacked further.
better music for this.
But okay.
Ooh.
Is this the one I want? We'll stick with this for now. So you follow after Amanda, again, avoiding getting stepped on, sticking to the corners and the shadows. And Amanda you follow her down a hallway into an office where Reggie is still on the phone, yelling at someone now about something. But he notices Amanda come in and he's like, "I'll call you back." "What?" "Sir, there is the movers are delayed. We need to figure out what we are willing to leave behind and how much is essential that we take." "Fuck. Okay." You see him look, and there's a little safe in the office. Like, "I need to get this out now. I trust your judgment. Take care of it." She is clearly not happy with that answer, but it also knows not to press him at the moment. "Yes, sir." And he will head back out as Reggie bends down and starts fiddling with the safe.
I will stick with Reggie.
So he is muttering to himself and turning the dials, and it's like dials and keypad and fingerprint and retina scanner and voice activation, but eventually he gets it open, and there's papers and documents and wads of cash and pieces of jewelry in there, and a piece of interesting technology that you are uniquely situated to know, because this is clearly some kind of alien tech. Just saw everyone leave the Roll20 game. Are we still good? You're
Yeah.
all back. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're here.
I was worried about my internet freaking out like last week.
It showed you as having dropped for a second
Interesting.
on my screen. Yeah.
Okay. But appears at first to just be like a thin rectangle with kind of the reason it's alien is it's actually pulsing in colors that are outside the visible spectrum to humans. And
Yes.
he examines it for a second, kind of is like frustratedly, and just like does like a slap bracelet onto his wrist, and it wraps around and then like sinks into his skin. And then he will take all the other things in the safe and just start shoving them into a bag.
Okay.
Guys, he's got alien tech. It's on his wrist now.
What do we do about it?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
All right.
Do you think that has anything to do with Whisper?
I mean, there has been alien tech going around.
It's the warehouse that does alien tech, but
Yeah.
And
sugar snap peas. I was like, I
people-
checked my notes and everything. I just didn't write down a note for Whisper. Go on.
The people that he's may have stolen from, that was, if they didn't want anyone to know what they took, they were either working on something illegal or super science. And alien tech could be either one pretty easy.
Yes. Do you want me to try to acquire it? Or do you want me to try to do something else? Should I tell him he's under arrest?
Is having alien tech like enough to like incriminate him?
GM?
Yeah, because it is. The government tries to control alien tech because it usually means it's coming from another dimension where alien contact is closer because, as your resident alien here knows, it is relatively difficult for aliens to get to your Earth from your galaxy, given how far away she is. And so, like Brian from previously, you eventually found out was from like a parallel dimension.
Mhm.
And so just when there is alien activity, it's usually cross-dimensional activity as well, which is part of why it can be so problematic. But all of that to say, yes, alien technology is certainly attempted to be highly controlled, and that's why the warehouse exists and does what it does.
Right.
can
I
pretend that-
have a crazy idea.
I like crazy ideas.
Grandpa wanted me to start working for him. Maybe I can convince cousin Reggie that I am and try and get that off of him.
Okay,
I love it.
let's do it.
Just show up, yeah. Just be like, hey, Grandpa is pissed. I need. Yeah, I think it works.
Need to hand over everything you took.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I can do.
Yeah, and I'll be
Well,
right
right
here in
here.
case you need me. Yeah.
And then what?
And then I take it. And he has to get out of here. Because
But
he has to
then-
leave.
You
But
don't
then
wanna-
you have it, and you're the suspect.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
you don't want to
true.
bring
That's-
him
wait,
in
wait,
or
we don't
anything?
want that.
Get the. Do we know about the bag of stuff?
I told you that he took them.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's rich people in a safe things to
Yeah.
put into the bag. It could be illegal. It could also just be he likes having lots of cash on hand.
It could just be all the yacht sales.
We could videotape it, right? Like somehow.
I mean, the only reason Sabrina, out of characters, the only reason Sabrina knows it's alien tech is because, she can see the different
Yeah.
spectrum. Like I assume to any of us, or to most of us, it just looks like
Yeah.
a fancy bracelet.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
also it's faded into his skin. Like you
Mhm.
can't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I wonder if we can get the ship to catch the frequency of it, since it's alien tech too, or my wrist thing.
Oh, like it can scan him, and we'll have the scan, and it will be someone that's not Flynt who's got alien tech, and we can
Maybe.
prove as a werewolf.
Maybe.
Is that true? We don't have to arrest him. We just have to prove Flynt is innocent.
I think we should arrest him too.
I mean, yeah, but secondary goal, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to be me for this though.
All right. Then get back here and get that figured out.
You
In
know
the
what? There was a
meantime, I'm gonna-
closet. I'll just go in the closet.
What?
Scurry out of the room. I'm gonna go in a closet and try to scan for alien tech.
Sabrina, get out of the closet.
Never!
Anyway,
Okay. Is this one of your moves you can do?
I can. Let's see. I mean, I hate to use alien tech again, but
I mean, it's the name of the game at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll plus freak.
oh boy. 6.
Okay.
Shit.
So that is currently a 6. You do all have 3 in the team pool. If you can figure out a way to use that to bump it up, or you can take the miss and the experience, and something's gonna happen.
Well, she could be in the closet, and Kevin and Chloe are both kind of brains, and we've been watching her work the Kirby craft all this time. Maybe we're able to figure out enough to supplement her knowledge. It's like she's scanning for something, and it's all like, shoot, I'm still connected to Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Or something. We just fix something on the
She could-
on the
Yeah.
hardware end.
She could tell us telepathically to flood it flood the room with tachyons or something, and we just hit a big green button. And
Guys, I need an energy boost.
On it. We both start typing on the same keyboard.
Mhm.
God, he's
That's
hacking
more
so
efficient.
fast.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and subtract from the team pool. And
Okay.
so now this will do something impossible once and then fizzle. So I think it is
My wrist computer breaks.
yeah, or something, but you
You're
are
breaking all your tech.
Yeah.
I tech real hard, man.
So you well, I guess what is it that you want this device to do?
I want this device to lock on to any I don't know what the term would be, but any frequency that is above human brain function or visual function that I could lock on to be like this frequency means this, therefore it is locked. Like I can scan it and be like beep 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 beep. See, alien tech.
Yeah. Okay. So you are able to get it to scan for like those colors that humans can't see,
Mhm.
and even though the device sank into Reggie's wrist, it's still very muted colors that you can see with your alien eyes, but you are confident that your device would be able to easily be like, it would basically be like, if you shine a flashlight through your hand, that is the level that it would be able to pick up.
Cool. Okay, I have the frequency. Should I bust him?
Should we wait till they're on the road?
Okay.
We should also talk to the squires. Or the
True.
squad, or the paladins, that's the word.
All right. I'm going to turn back into a rat and try and escape out.
Good luck.
Meanwhile, we are using our communicators to brief the paladins.
Sure. Okay, so
We can do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's easy enough to do. And you get Mouseketeer, who is I was meaning to follow up with you all certainly about Reginald Silverhound. I do not know exactly why you want me to talk about CERN, but yes, the Mr. Silverhound, as you are probably aware, I would hope Flynt has told you, works for Silverhound Conglomerate, sells yachts. As far as we know, is the regular citizen.
Yeah, well, he's a regular citizen with alien tech in his arm.
There's a pause. Where is he right now?
Just GPS coordinates my phone to him.
Drop a pin.
And I take it that you are right on top of him?
You could say that.
So to
floating
speak.
In Kirby craft above building.
Alright. Monitor the situation.
He's also a werewolf. Just throwing it out there in case it's important.
Of course he is. Monitor the situation.
See, I told you they didn't know.
We will begin gathering some knights, perhaps a paladin if we can. Keep an eye on him, follow his movements if possible. Because I assume you also told him that you overheard he's planning to leave.
Yeah. We gave him the full scoop. Or at least, yeah, enough.
I will see if I can, lock him at, the airport or the docks or whatever, but private rich citizens have their ways around that. But yes, keep an eye on him.
Ask if we should put a tracker on him.
Should we put a
It's not
tracker on
something
him?
You ask, you just do it.
Also,
will-
something's gonna happen at sunset, so I think this is really time critical.
I will try and get the warrants processed with the judge tout de suite. But again, for now, follow him. Let us know if he does anything other than make his way to an airport or the docks or whatever.
Understood.
Okay.
Got it.
You guys know something? You guys, if there's a tracker on me and I'm with him, we don't need a warrant. I am the tracker.
I'm also really confused that we needed warrants. Honestly, I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't think we did.
But you're just gonna be vigilante? There's got to be some law and order. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Obviously, in retrospect, yeah, but it's something that was apparently happening behind the scenes.
Kevin,
Quack.
I fill out so much paperwork.
I have not filled out any paper.
I know.
Right, so with that all in mind, Corvid, are you making your way back to the Kirby Craft? Or are you going to stick closer? What is the plan?
I do not think you should stick close to him.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the Kirby Craft. Because he could probably smell me. I am rat.
Sneef, sneef, sneef.
Right.
Scary.
So, you make your way back to the Kirby Craft. Trying to think if I want to have you roll Freak again to see if you are able to stealth your way back out.
Do it.
I think so, because, they say that you should only roll when failure could be exciting. Well, that's a 12, so you do it.
You're really good at freak.
I am a freak.
Yeah.
I myself am strange and unusual.
So we're all back on the Kirby Craft and just trying to observe him.
Uh-huh.
And it's, for the next 20, 30 minutes, it's more of the same. You see the gradual packing of more things, but eventually Reggie comes back out, kind of yells at everyone, and everyone just drops what they're doing. You get the sense he's like, we're done, we're out of time. Because, this is, I'm trying to remember our timeline for today, because
Well, we
is still
started
the
just
same
after
day.
noon.
And he needs to be gone by sundown. It is, spring, so probably got 4 more hours at most before sundown hits. And so
And you got to
Sure.
deal with traffic and
Yeah.
getting onto the jet. So,
He's got to load all this stuff onto the jet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
mm.
So there is in relatively short order, everyone makes their way out of the penthouse, and, presumably down into elevators. You can kind of tell from that tracker, though the signal gets a little faint given that it's now inside a building and distance and all that stuff. But going down until it gets to the underground parking garage. A little while later, a small convoy of SUVs and trucks makes their way out and starts heading towards the airport. And it's also, after a little while, about half the convoy splits off towards the docks.
Uh-oh. Can we use the tracker to figure out which one's which?
Yeah. Someone roll me a
Oh.
1d2. Oh, go ahead.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Guys, Sabrina has a question. Guys, should we should we follow them? Should some of us follow them to the docks? Or should some of us split up so that we can follow both of them? Because what if there's something important at the docks?
I mean, we should, but without the Kirby craft, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Well,
I could
can
maybe
fly,
keep
I'll
up.
just- Yeah.
You got to control the Kirby craft. I can follow the other one.
I can get
you-
going pretty fast. I'll go with Kevin.
Okay. Be careful.
We'll watch each other's backs.
Good.
Just,
Flynt and I got
pop
this
open the
side, too.
Kirby craft and jump out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Split up
guess.
the
I don't
think,
know
just
about
do.
this.
Boom.
You're teenagers. You're impulsive. Go.
Woo!
Yep. I'm sure nothing bad can happen.
Hmm. I suppose this doesn't count as taking a foolhardy action without talking to our team, since we did talk about it.
we literally talked about
We
it
literally
Yeah.
talked. We took a foolhardy action by talking to our
by
team.
talking.
Yeah.
Which do you guys follow the docks trucks and we follow
We're-
the plane?
We're gonna
Or
follow
So-
whichever one doesn't have the
so-
tracker.
Someone roll me a 1d2 to figure out which way the tracker's going.
who's got
Some-
it?
I'll do it because I know roll 20 stuff. It's a
Okay,
1.
So the tracker is heading towards the docks.
Okay. Go to the airport.
Good, because we probably shouldn't fly the Kirby craft like just willy nilly towards the airport.
Yeah, I've been told not to do that.
No,
Let's split
boats.
up, gang.
That's completely different.
Yeah, just a giant metal bug hurtling through the air. Not gonna throw anything off.
Yep. And Chloe is like, whenever Chloe perambulates through the city, it's like a bunch of vines and foliage just come out from underneath her trench coat and just like push her along, like lift her up a little bit off the ground, and like she'll even like go up on walls and stuff like that.
Okay. So
And there's a lot of like wriggling and writhing sounds, rasping.
So I guess my question is, were you following in the Kirby craft from way up above, and then do Chrysalis and Hemlock just yeet themselves out of the Kirby craft, or do you ask to be let down to ground level first?
Which way is cooler?
I mean,
Yeeting out.
yeeting is cooler.
Yeah.
Please let them off near the ground. I'm worried.
I mean, as
Foolhardy
long
action.
as they're
Well,
yeah, as, lo-
I open the door and I yeet us both out.
as we're actively going down, Kevin's just like, bye.
Well, I mean, Chloe does the same thing. Like, I think that you guys start heading towards the ground, and then we just pop it open and jump out.
All right.
Do the
Much
equivalent
to-
of just jumping out of a moving vehicle.
Flint's so worried about all of his friends right now. I hope you
Flint
guys
has
know.
suddenly become the team mom, which
Suddenly.
isn't a bad thing, but was not expecting Flint to be the one to have the concerns.
Well, like
Flint's
he's
his best
already
MILF.
in a concerned state because now
Yeah.
apparently his family does crime.
Yep. Which maybe y'all will remember to talk about that later. But two of you just yeeted yourselves out of a spacecraft.
It's fine.
Yep. So tell us how you two make it to the ground without going splat. Or are you somehow staying in the air significantly? It didn't sound like Hemlock would be able to, but maybe Chrysalis can.
I could just telekinesis us both through the air.
I need to remember what my
Yeah,
powers
If
are.
you
exactly.
are going to attempt that, I would want a unleash your powers roll just to make sure you can do it safely, relatively
It's
safely.
true. It's probably safe for me no matter what. I'm just metal and goo. But
I was just gonna. She just catches herself with the plants.
all right.
Yeah.
Rolling a freak. 13.
Okay, so yeah, it's and you do it so well that it's not even like jarring transition, you were able to gradually increase the telekinetic force so that there's no jarring G forces, and just it probably helps that I assume Chloe did some kind of like plant parachute for at least a little bit, or maybe created a giant dandelion or whatever it is that they float by on.
One of those propeller plants just spinning down.
Yeah. But soon enough, you two are able to follow along. How high off the ground? Or I guess, No, I think we'll go off that freak roll and say you are able to do it. You feel fairly stealthily. I mean, you can see there are some people, pointing up at the figures flying past, but it doesn't, the convoy certainly has not changed direction or anything.
Yeah, if it's still like daytime, if it's sunny enough outside, I'm a big polished chrome thing. It might be hard to see me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the giant dandelion, but
Yeah, but like, your Squire's out on patrol or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's not,
true. People
not
can fly in
completely
this world.
unusual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got. What are your split team names here? This is an important decision, y'all.
Oh yeah, this is actually very important.
I mean, is it the nerd? Well, I was going to say nerd squad, but Sabrina's a nerd in her own way.
I mean,
Very
Team Clueless,
specifically.
obviously.
Yeah, team Yes.
What's something that we can say that we're like hunting for clues, but implies that we're really dumb?
Well, there could be Team Head Empty and Team Thoughts Go Zoom.
Yeah, I think I can do. I can dig that.
Head empty.
Head empty.
Zoom.
Zoom so fast. All right. So yeah, teams Thoughts Go zooming off towards the airport, and Team Head Empty continues following the tracker to the docks. Oh, let's see. We'll stick with the airport team to start. So Thoughts Go Zoom, you follow them along. They get to the airport. They, clearly bypass the regular civilian passenger thing and go to like the private airfield that's connected, but its own thing. And they go, and you can see a jet's already being loaded out and does have, Silverhound conglomerate on it. Fancy stylized wolf's head on the tail fin, and a snarling, pouncing wolf in profile along the fuselage. And they start load. Cargo bay opens. They start unloading stuff from the vehicles into it. What are you two doing?
Do we? I mean, we got to stop the plane, right? Do we want to investigate first, or just stop the plane and see what happens?
How's that warrant coming along?
Well, you reach back out to Mouseketeer, tell him that you have all split up at this point, or split into teams, and half of them are at the airport and half are at the docks, and the judge is not as responsive as I would like. This is I worry that perhaps there is something foul afoot here.
So what are we supposed to do? Just let him get away?
We don't tell him what we're doing. That way, Musketeer doesn't get in trouble, is what I say. I got your back, Musketeer. I'm gonna hang up the comms.
You hear the start of what you assume to be Musketeer saying, "Hey, wait, don't do that," but you hang up.
Oh my god.
Till I get rid of this insecure. This is new Kevin.
Thoughts go zoom.
Yeah. Um. Okay, so you have apparently decided you are going to make sure this plane doesn't leave. What are you going to do?
Like, you gunk up one of the engines with vines. I could just crush the engine.
Kevin, can you scramble the radio control tower?
Maybe. Never tried that before. I wouldn't want any planes to crash, though, and I feel like that might happen.
Ugh.
That's you've apparently reached foolhardy Kevin's threshold.
Well, is it possible for you just to scramble the orders going to the private jet?
Try and go like mind control someone over in there and just be like, private jet, you're not allowed to take off every time they ask.
Or you could even, like, I don't know, distract the pilot.
It's true. I just put the pilots to sleep.
All right,
It's maybe the safest thing to do.
you do that. I'll make sure the plane doesn't get off the ground.
Yeah.
My
hook up the-
pilot brain is hurt so much by this conversation.
I wasn't looking at the screen, but I was like, I wonder what Tyler's face looks like right now.
Well, I put in a marker a little bit before this. We can go back and get that later.
Internally screaming in pilot.
Help!
So sounds like Team Thoughts Go Zoom has a bit of a plan. Okay, I think I'm trying to decide if we should do those rolls now and leave it at that, or if we should jump over
Yes.
to.
Do the rolls. And
Okay.
then switch.
Okay, so I mean, I think this is basically, well, maybe for Kevin, this could be a provoke someone, because you're trying to get them to do what you want them to do, even if it's telepathically. But I think for Chloe, it's definitely going to be unleash your powers.
I want to subtly fuck with the plane.
That will factor into the result of your roll.
Sure, I'm just letting you know my intentions.
Sure. Yeah.
I fully expect it to go wrong. I'm just letting you know how to mess it up.
Okay, so Kevin has rolled a 4, and just narratively, there is no salvaging that up to a 7. Especially because, I mean, you all only have 2 in the team pool currently. So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
But let's
you will freak with freak to unleash your powers, yeah?
correct.
All right, here we go. That was a 9.
So that will be on a hit, you do it. On 7 to 9, you mark a condition, or I'll tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So up to you whether you want a condition or if you want it to be unstable.
I'm taking
or
a
temporary.
condition. Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. So, go ahead and mark that condition. And so you two swoop in. People seem mostly distracted. You do see there is an armed guard, at least, one burly guy in Kevlar toting an assault rifle, kind of keeping watch on things, but, you time things that you fly in behind him. You hide behind some of the luggage that is still waiting to be loaded up, because that's the closest cover there is to the plane at the moment. And guess you have these plans where Kevin is you decided you were gonna try and mind control the pilots or someone in the radio tower.
The pilots. We're going to try
Okay.
and make them go somewhere and take a nap.
Okay.
The general state of a pilot, anyway.
And then Chloe is gonna try and gunk up the engines. So let's see. I'm trying to decide which order to do this in. I think Chloe, you are, you take you see an opportunity, you see a window to move in, and like, how at airports there's sometimes strips of grass and plants along the runways. You reach out with your powers, or I guess you tell me how you plan to gunk it up.
I don't want to like cause like a catastrophic failure.
Mhm.
Like we don't want to fire on the top. Well, maybe we do. I know. Tyler, use your pilot brain and tell me like what's something that like would keep the plane from being allowed to leave, but not necessarily put people in active danger. Because like my thought is to just gunk up the engine with some plant.
Yeah, but that's going to cause a lot of damage. Why don't you just wrap up the flight controls so that it can't move? No pilot's going to take off without the flight controls working.
But that's also very like clearly like, there's a bunch of plants on the steering wheel.
Well, not on the steering wheel. Like you can go inside the plane and like wrap up the cables.
Oh, sure. Okay, then she does that.
Okay, so sending plants and vines sneaking along from the existing foliage, and
Like, would it be possible for her to like send those plants up like through the place where the landing gear comes down?
yeah,
And they all just go just like twisting onto the insides of the airplane.
yeah. So yeah, you are able to accomplish that. Which condition did you mark? I'm curious what Chloe's mental state is doing this.
I'm in between insecure and angry. Any input from the rest of the crew?
Angry?
I mean, they
I
could
mean-
both be reflecting ways in your relationship to Flynt and his family, angry at the situation for making Flynt realize, oh, his family's not great, or insecure and like, maybe you realize, oh shit, we should have talked to Flynt more about, hey, guess your family's evil.
Sure. I'm gonna take angry, but it's mostly because she's sick of the bureaucracy. She's all like had to wait for a freaking warrant.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. Yep. Okay, so yeah, you get those vines and plants in all good and gunked up. Kevin, you reach out psychically and attempt to convince the pilots to, stop their pre-flight check and just, go to, the pilot's bar, which I'm sure is just right there on the tarmac. But get them to go do something else.
The best way to mess with the pilot is to convince them that they were a step behind on their checklist, so they keep on doing the same step over and over again.
I'm not trying to do anything good because it might work if I did, but yeah.
So we'll go with your initial attempt to be like, hey, go take a nap. And I think it's the you, as you are reaching out with your senses, you kind of hear them, and they start to yawn and stuff, but then they kind of they start saying to each other like, hey man, wake up, we gotta finish this. And it's okay, slap me, and then you hear two slaps as they slap each other. Oh, that's go get coffee. I'm gonna go back, double check the flight list, but we need to go or Mr. Silverhand will not be happy.
These dudes are freaky. All right.
Yeah.
And
so you get the sense that if you tried to push any more, you would start to scramble their brains.
I guess I'm not that foolhardy. All right.
The levels of your foolhardiness are reaching a limit.
Mm-hmm. I could try and mess with the people loading the plane, get them to do something wrong.
Sure, but I think we will try coming back to Team Thoughts
Got
go
it.
Zoom later. Let's
No problem.
go to Team Head Empty over by the docks. So you are still following the tracker and the Kirby craft. You're in full stealth mode, so you're confident you're not seen. And eventually they get to the docks. And, similar to what's happening at the airport, there's it's a super yacht. They start loading things onto it. You see Reggie has gotten out and is, directing people. Team Thoughts Go Zoom, you would have seen Amanda, the PA, directing things at the airport. But Team Head Empty, what do you do?
What do you think the alien technology he has does?
Well, if it's anything like my stuff, it does a lot. Like, a bunch of different things. It didn't look like a weapon, right? Like a gun?
It's hard to say. I mean, given how compact it was and the way it kind of melded with him, it could do any number of things.
I'm not sure. It's not from my planet.
I just, I have no idea what it could, since we don't know what it could do, like, I think we really need to be cautious.
Right. Okay. So, how do we, should we, like, try to stop him, like, covertly?
I guess, like, or do we need to stop the boat?
Well, if he goes into, like, international waters, there's nothing we can do.
I don't know. I guess we can try and figure a way to stop it.
Okay. I could go into the water and, like, break the thing that spins and makes it go.
How many yachts does he have?
It appears that he is only loading up one
Okay.
currently.
Or I could, like, hang off the back until they get far enough out where they can't turn back, and I break it then.
I guess we should probably keep him at the dock so that, like, when the Knights and Paladins do get here, like, they can get to him immediately.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Flynt doesn't want to do anything.
That's
Flynt-
okay.
Flynt's scared.
Are you okay?
Well, like, it's weird now because, like, if I'm supposed to be on the Squire squad and then, like, some of my family members are, like, doing bad things, like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I mean, technically what you're supposed to do is, like, bring him in, right?
Yeah, but, like, family is supposed to be really important.
Is it?
And, like, what are they doing? Like, is it really that bad that they're just stealing from other companies?
Well, it depends on what they're gonna do with it.
Well, that's the problem. We don't know. Maybe they're, like, actually doing something good with it.
You want to talk to him?
Maybe. Maybe
You
I
can try.
maybe I can just try and hold him up like that.
Okay. Do you want me
But
to
you should
be
also do
seen?
your thing.
Okay. Do you want me to, like, show up next to you, or do you want me to, like...
Probably shouldn't be seen together.
Okay. I'll be here if you get in trouble, okay?
All right, thanks.
Don't do anything stupid.
Can't promise that.
Okay. I'll be within earshot, okay? Okay.
All right. So you land the Kirby craft somewhere nearby, still in stealth mode. You're both able to get out. Subrina, how are you making your way over to the ship?
I am going to be. I'm gonna shift into a dock worker, like one of those old timey, like, sea, like with the white hat and the turtleneck sweater, like just walking. And then when I get like close, I'll give a like if anybody looks at me, I'm giving like but as soon as I am near the edge of the water and also like not being looked at, I'm gonna jump in the water. Well, I'm gonna fly down and go into the water without a splash.
Yep.
And then my goal is to use my helikinesis to like break, because I don't think I'd be strong enough to actually like break the rudder.
Probably not. Okay, so yeah, you are able to do that. That is fine. You start getting to work on that. Flynt, you how are you approaching Reggie, who is still kind of, giving people orders and commanding them around?
I mean, I've been to his boat before, right? I know how to get
Yes.
around. He's
Yeah.
probably held a party like for the family
Yeah,
on
I mean-
this yacht.
Yeah. So Reggie is still on the dock. He's not on
Mhm.
the boat yet. We should also come up with a name for this yacht. I mean, would it just be Seawolf or something?
Oh yeah. Family specifically only ever names things with like wolf-based puns, and then they come at Flynt for calling himself the Silver Wolf. I don't think so.
How about the lunar eclipse?
Ooh, that's a fun one.
All right, so Reggie's directing people to, where to put things on the lunar eclipse. There are actually a couple gangways, as ones for bigger pieces of cargo, ones for smaller pieces, etc. But he is very much in the thick of telling people what to do.
I think Flynt is just gonna kind of walk up to like try and make it known that he's coming down the gangway or whatever, the dock towards Cousin Reggie, and like wave at him.
So yeah, you call out to him, and he kind of does a double take. Steele, what are you doing here?
Hey, Cousin Reggie. Can we talk like not next to people? I don't know like how many people know.
This really isn't a good time, Flynt.
Well, Grandpa Silverhound sent me.
And he kind of pauses for a second. He did he?
Oh yeah. He's been wanting me to start work for him recently, and I need to get some information from you.
Right. Okay. Come this way. He kind of looks around and he starts directing you over towards there, like the container things that you see at dockyards, and he'll kind of take you in between two, mostly out of eyesight of everyone else, and kind of turns to you and leans back against the cargo container and says, "So, what message did Grandpa send you with?"
Well, I mean, I know Grandpa's trying to send you away, but he was wondering.
No. Let me stop you there. What's the passcode?
There's a very long silence.
And after that silence, he just goes,
Grandpa didn't give me the passcode.
"Shit, Flynt, I didn't want you to have to get involved this way." And as he says that, he begins to transform into a thing that you are very familiar with. He begins to turn into his werewolf form. But that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Cool.
Subrina just pops out of the water. Okay, I'm done.
Yes, indeed. So, good job tonight, everyone. Let's get some less tense music on because we do need to got some start and end of session notes to do, or questions to do rather. So go ahead and get that. What am I trying to say? Get that thing open. Start and end of session questions. Because at the start and end of, or at the end of every session, you choose one. You grow closer to the team. You grow into your own image of yourself, or you grow away from the team. And each of those things has their own thing you do when you choose that. So, if anyone knows which one of those they're picking.
I mean, for Flynt, I was going to go with grew further apart from the team because Chloe's saying that his family is a bunch of criminals. And now he's upset about that. And he was hoping to have a conversation with cousin Reggie about like why that is. But yeah.
Yep. All right. So
So
I imagine you are taking influence
away from Chloe. Yeah.
So you both need to mark that on your sheets.
Done. Sorry, Chloe.
I get it.
And I will also remind you all that you can give influence over you to another character whenever you want. It's the taking influence away that is this or specific thing you have to do. All right, who would like to go next?
I think that Subrina grew into her own image of herself. Because she is becoming more of like a leader and like deciding like what she's gonna do, taking initiative, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right, so which labels are you shifting? One up, one down?
I'm gonna shift freak up, and I'm going to shift superior down.
Okay. Well, but you say you're coming into this image of yourself as the leader and taking initiative, right?
Yes.
I guess I'm just thinking of superior would kind of be the label for that. I mean,
Guess
it's
that's
ultimately your
true.
call, but it's just
Good.
very few of you have any reason to roll superior ever, so I understand why it's kind of
Yeah.
y'all's dump stat.
I know, I just like, I feel like, looking at my stats, like, I'm usually defending. You know what? No, I don't want to switch anything now. I will, yeah. Maybe I'll move danger up and savior down. Not up, down.
Okay.
Even things out a little more.
All right. Very good. Who would like to go next?
I think I'm going to go with grow closer to the team. And it's kind of I think it's probably closer to Chloe in this one and just the like specific escapades going on in the thing. But I mean, close second to actually Flynt because we're learning a lot about him as a person.
Right. That does
Yeah.
sound like, for the purposes of this, that Chloe is the one who made you feel welcome. So give her influence and clear condition or mark potential. If Chloe already has influence over you, she gets to shift your labels one up, one down.
She already does.
I do already have influence. Let's see. Let me look at your character sheet. I have to find which one is. There we are, Chrysalis. That's what I should. That's the one that I should have been looking for. Well, I think that the two of us, when we work together, we're frequently using our powers. So I'm going to up your freak. And I'm gonna knock. Oh, you know what? We've been very reckless. I'm upping your danger, and I'm knocking down your superior.
Okay. And last but not least, Chloe.
I want to say, that Chloe is coming into her own, in that she's becoming more confident, and she's like starting to like take on the role of like, you know, really like decisive and like kind of pushing back against authority as far as the paladins go. And I think she's starting to come to that realization that she doesn't necessarily like the system and the way that things are going, and she's kind of internalizing the idea that maybe she's going to start working against that a little bit.
Okay, so which of your labels are you shifting?
I'm gonna well, I guess I'm gonna up my danger, because that, for same reasons as with Kevin, I'm gonna down my mundane.
Okay.
Because, you know, she fuck the bureaucracy, man.
Yeah. And then I don't think it would be applicable for us to do the Doom's end of session things. We didn't really have time to do anything with the all that stuff.
I get the feeling we'll have plenty of time for it next time.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for Musk's housekeeping, but we still got a little bit of time. How about some stars and wishes? Which I know it's been a minute. Again, a star is something you give to another player for something cool that you think they did, and a wish is something that you wish to see happen in the game. Does anyone have any at the ready?
I mean, I just, for stars, think that Danae's characterization of Chloe has really become some like really fun, because she's like gone from the no, I'm not like a hero type to like really taking charge. And also the text conversation was very, very fun. As for wishes, I mean, we're exploring Flynt's family backstory, which is very fun for me. So I look forward to that continuing to resolve.
But actually, no, we're done. That's it. No closure. No, we're definitely gonna get to see
Flint
some more
dies.
of that.
Rocks fall, they all die.
Well, all right.
There goes his whole family. They just fell.
Yeah.
They just fell off the earth.
Yeah.
They live on the moon now.
They all got hit by silver rocks and just boom, insta dead.
You know, it happens.
Yeah. Well, now we have to decide, is Flynt allergic to silver? But we can figure that out later.
Isn't like sterling silver supposed to be hypoallergenic? But he's
Maybe.
he has like an opposite reaction to that.
Yeah. All right. Who would like to go next?
My star is, I'm liking Kevin's characterization. I like that he's becoming more confident and decisive. And I like seeing him jump out of airplanes or Kirby craft. That's very fun. I'm enjoying that. Oh shoot, I came in strong with the stars and I didn't have a wish ready. Doom. I'm ready for more Doom. Doom. That's it.
Yeah. we gotta start getting your Doom into play. All right. Who's next?
All right, I can go. I think I'm gonna go star for the movie marathon. LD's instinct to believe that the world used to be black and white. for Subrina. That was hilarious. It really spiraled from there. It made it a lot of fun. And wish, I don't know. I feel like we're in the middle of already kind of a wish with the alien technologies and stuff coming around. So I'm just looking forward to seeing more of that.
All right. LB.
Yeah. My star is I this is kind of it's not a cop out. It's real. I think that everyone's portrayal of their character and like getting into their character so much has been really good. Like it's not just like people are actually deciding like this is what my character would do, or like this is like it's becoming very coherent as to like who exactly these people are, which I'm really excited about. My wish is oh man, like we're all kind of goofy. I'm here for some realism, some real talk. Like we had a little bit of it last time with the conversation with Subrina and Chloe, but get down and get to the nitty gritty of it. Do real talk with each other.
All right.
That's probably going to happen.
Yep. Okay, and then me, let's see, my star. I mean, yeah, I think Tyler has surprised me a little with how earnest Flynt has been in having even the starts of these family revelations. And so, yeah, I think that was very, very, very good. And then I think, tangential to that, my wish is for Flynt to have some kind of happy or at least satisfying family resolution. I also realize that is largely in my power to make happen, but we'll see how that goes.
We shall see indeed.
I think that is it. So, thank you everyone for joining us. We're only a couple minutes over, as opposed to our normal 15 minutes over with this game. That's why I started all that housekeeping stuff earlier. But thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you to my players for playing and being such good players and characters. Our schedule this week is as normal. It's on our Twitter, on our Discord, beneath our faces. Next time this channel will be live, we'll be back with Elegant Magics. We're also going to go deal with werewolf in that too. So werewolves in time loop. So I guess we're smashing the Tuesday games together in the Thursday game, and that is not intentional. But you should come by for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, like I said, schedule's normal the rest of the week. It's a Star Power Saturday, so you'll be there for that. And yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday. We'll hopefully be able to pick back up with our interrupted game of the Burbs, and continue, breaking into the scary cultist's basement and trying not to get caught and brutally murdered, as we have. Well, we haven't broken into the basement before. We've been brutally murdered twice already, and I'm sure it's going to happen again. I think that's it for me. Anyone got anything they would like to plug or promote before we go? All right. But once again, thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you all in chat for hanging out, whether you're here now or in the future on the VODs. Yeah, so until next time, good games and good night, Internet.